You are at Agri Smart number one. I will look on challenges that affect agriculture. I will look on climate. There are two climate conditions that affect Jamaica. You have the dry season and you have the wet season. Well, during the dry season, you have plenty of sunlight. You know, the dry season would consider as a drought. You know, drought really affect Jamaica at times, especially from January to around May. It always affects certain parishes. You know, example, St. Elizabeth at times, Clarendon, St. Catherine. Drought really affects those parish. And those parish really produce a lot of crops, especially St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth basically called a bread basket parish, which produce a lot of fruit and vegetable over the years. You know, far, that the drought always affect St. Elizabeth, but I think that Jamaica have enough water that if the government put in place proper irrigation system, the drought system shouldn't have a issue with most of the farmer in Jamaica. Actually, if not all, most parish have a main river. But in St. Elizabeth you have the Black River. You understand? And if things put in place, I think I think the irrigation problem can be solved. I think the thing should put in place that proper irrigation system that at least the farmer that can produce crops. Yes, in the dry season, that farmer have to conserve water. A farmer have to use mulching, grass mulching and things like that to at the house make water, for when farmer use basically mulching, that the mulching help the plants. So you can either use grass mulching. The grass help when the grass start to it keep the root of the plant cool. So that is one of the plan we as farmer have to carry out during the dry period. But in terms of the government should set up a system that at least we as farmer can get proper irrigation system. That if yes, Well, I will continue. I will look on the challenges that affect farmer during the years. You know that climate change is really an issue, not only in Jamaica but also across the world. But we really have two seasons, the wet season and the dry season. I will now look on the wet season, you know. The wet season include heavy rain, also hurricane, flood and things like that. And during this period, during the wet season, farmer lost a lot of crops and livestock. A matter of fact, and not only that, farmers road infrastructure and the farmer lose millions and there is nothing put in place for farmers. I hear that I I hear that I don't know if the insurance that Mr. Floyd Green was planning to give farmer if it's on board at this time, but I will do my check and find out if that is eligible for farmer at this time. But during the rainy season, you know that it really affect farmer crops, especially in the hurricane season. You know that the breeze blow down the banana and things like that, and it really devastate the crops that farmer. You know that farmer play a major role in Jamaica. We might seem that we don't contribute a lot to this country, but when the price started to rise and shortage of certain crops and vegetables, that is the time persons see how important farmer is. So we definitely have to look into measure to help the farmer, that at least the farmer can be an asset, not only in Jamaica but also asset in other parts of the world in terms of what we contribute to Jamaica. you know well, in the wet season, that drainage, we definitely have a drainage problem. Many drainage don't clean, that, and if drain don't clean, that water going to flow over and destroy farmer things. Recently, some person in St. Mary and close by Portland, rain destroy them crops, in terms of water flow over from the main river and destroy person crops. So definitely, we as farmers and the government have put in place insurance that at least farmer can benefit. Just just like how you can walk into any car insurance and definitely know how to get your insurance by insure your car. It is very difficult for we as farmer. I recently went to rather to find out how the insurance go and it was really a challenge. I get I got a number, and the number was, I call the number so much time and I don't get a response until now. You know how difficult that be. You know, we definitely want insurance that can help us. You know, for definitely, definitely. You know, asking for the government to do something to, you know, for definitely during the rainy season, it really affect our crops and livestock. And you know that when farmer lose a lot of things and have to start all over again, it really devastated. You know, definitely. And farmer, if you live in in place where flood area, I ask you definitely to remove from flood area. For it is not good for you to put out all your labor, and in the long run it definitely destroy your crops, you know. So do everything that's at least you can benefit and hold and can continue to build a future. Definitely. You understand? And we know that, and I will continue to look on some more challenges, you know, but definitely I'm looking on the climate change, you know, that we as farmers we have to definitely help ourselves still, you know, for the government not gonna do everything for us, you know. So what we can do for ourselves, we do it. You know that during the rainy season we cannot plant our things flat. So you definitely have to plant on ridge and furrow. You understand? You have to do the necessary agricultural practice to to help that you can enhance your crops. And persons who are doing livestock, definitely do not put your animal in area that them can easily drown, you know. Do what is necessary to, that's your livestock can be saved, you know. So the 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 wet season and the dry season is very a issue at times in Jamaica. And you know, we as farmers lost a lot of crops and livestock during those period, you know. So, and honestly, we as farmers don't know where to go for, you know, rather don't support all the farmer in Jamaica. Matter of fact, I don't think rather know all the farmer in Jamaica, you know. And one of the things we would like to ask, rather, I would like to ask rather what what the criteria to identify a farmer. Whether if you're a livestock, how many animals you need to have, how many goats, how many chicken you need to wear to that you can identify as a farmer. If you are a crop farmer, how many acre of land. You know, these are the things that I would like rather to answer. You know, definitely. You know, yes, and look out for more challenges that I will talk that are really affecting farmer, especially locally in Jamaica. You know, this channel that you are looking on at this moment is Agri Sumal number one. Touch that notification that whenever I upload or do a live, you can be the first one to get that video. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like.